Hello! I forgot to turn on my thingy. My character's gone. So now you know. Now you have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. I might be doing some weird faces. Who knows? Hello! I'm not moving. There we go. Do 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 do. And let's turn this off and boop. Hello. How are you all doing today? I hope you're doing fine. I'm doing fine. I've been dissociating a bit today, so if I'm a bit off, that's why. I added the tag, but it doesn't show up. The dissociative tag. But I can't see it on the stream. But that's okay. That is fine. Okay, so today we're gonna play a game called Distraint. It's a horror game. Of course, it's Horror Friday. Gotta play horror games. And I don't know much about it. It's supposed to be a guy working for a corporation, and then something weird happens, I guess. Okay. Let's go. Do. Okay, sorry, I'm a bit off. There we go. Distraint. I love the colors of this, here. Oh, by the way, is this too loud? The game sound? I can't really... It looks like it's fine in my OBS, but I don't know. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Okay, if it is too loud, let me know, and I'll fix it. Okay. New game. Where's my mouse? There we go. Yes, I don't have any. The faces in the background though, they're so creepy. Hey, Nightmare. Open a second tab to say hi. Oh, you're so nice. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I'm so sad that I can't be on Glitter stream, and that we're streaming at the same time. But I hope her stream is going well. And thank you so much. It means a lot. Okay, let's go. My humanity was for sale. And I sold it. The very moment sent me into decay. This is my story. And these are my regrets. The head is so big. So big. The colors though. The colors are freaking amazing. And it makes the atmosphere just so creepy. I love it. I just came here. Yeah, let's not go. Ooh, oh, that's, oh. Look at his little hat though. Excuse me. I'm looking for Mrs. Goodwin. She's not here. Go away. Guess it's not this one. Okay. With the lighting. Just look at the lighting. A game by Jesse Makkonen. That sounds Finnish. Makkonen. Anyone home? Who's there? Mrs. Goodwin? No. She lives next door. Thank you and goodbye. Okay. So this door. I'm looking for Mrs. Goodwin. Ooh, that sound. Is this the right address? No! Get lost! Huh, I could swear she lives somewhere around here. Yeah, without a doubt. It's got to be it's got to be one of those doors. Which one could it be then? Maybe if I interact with them again? It smells of blueberry pie. This must be the right apartment. Oh, blueberry pie. I fucking love that. And with vanilla sauce, I guess. Yeah, vanilla sauce. Oh, it's so good. That and rhubarb. Mm-mm-mm. I told you she does not live here. She does not. Madam, I know it's you. Could you please let me in? I'm sorry. Come in, please. Ah, Mrs. Goodwin's home. What a lovely little lady. Madam? I know. I'm so sorry I have to do this, madam. Do what? Can't you get me a little more time? I can pay the debt if you give me another week, please. I'm sorry. I hate doing this, but I must seize this property. Oh no, she's crying. Poor Mrs. Goodwin. But where would I go? This is all I have. I'm sorry, madam. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be crying like this. There are just so many memories here. I understand, madam. Oh, he actually looks sad too. That would be horrible, just seizing the property of some old lady. Where would she go? Oh, where are my manners? Would you like to have a cup of tea? Oh, so sweet. I'd rather have a cup of coffee if possible. Oh, of course. Give me a second, young man. Ooh, that's screeching. Oh, it hurts my ears. Oh, lovely lady. Might as well look around while waiting. Okay. What do we have here? It's a rocking chair. Every granny has one. True. Well, actually, when my grandma on my mother's side was alive, she didn't have one. But she was pretty hip and pretty, like, with the times. And her house was very modern. Well, Grandpa still has it that way, even after she passed. And her clothing style was so cool. Like, she dressed like a young person, but it still worked on her, even though she was older. And I actually even got some of her clothes when she passed away that were my style, and I dress very, like, alternative, and yeah. And I have one of my favorite shirts is from her. It's like a black top that is glittery, and I love it so much. Sadly, it doesn't smell like her anymore. Let's see. Yeah, a rocking chair. What else do we have? Oh, look around. I can't leave now even if I wanted. And where do we look? Oh, picture. It's a wedding photo of Mr. and Mrs. Goodwin. Though I believe she's a widow now. Oh man, I shouldn't be doing this. No, you should not. Ooh, the light? Wait, whoa. What? What was that? I'm sorry, dear. I'm afraid I've run out of coffee. Can I get you something else instead? No, thank you, madam. Listen, you will have to move out by the end of the month. I'm very, truly sorry, madam. Well, I guess I have only myself to blame. Yes, well, I need to get going, madam. Oh, but maybe she doesn't have an income that's high enough. I mean, that's usually the case for old people when they retire, right? They get a very low income, and I know I have one relative pretty far away, and I've heard that she had problem financially. She couldn't buy enough food for herself. And that's so sad. When you're retiring, you should be having the time of your life. You've been working your whole life, and you should be rewarded for that. You should be able to like live your life and do everything that you couldn't when you were working. But no, they have to struggle. Take care. Wait a second, young man. Maybe if we just... Never mind, dear. I really must go now. Take care. Bye-bye, dear. Oh, I got an achievement. The first Distraint. Oh, she's crying. I'm gonna be sad now. Juliet. Can I talk to her? I better leave her be now. I'm sorry, Mrs. Goodwin. I'm really sorry. Oh, I actually forgot to open a program. Give me 1 second. Apologies. Okay, there we go. I don't think I'll need it. But anyways. Okay, now we're not sad anymore. Game. Hallway. Let's see if there's anything. No. Nothing. Wait. I can't. Gotta look at everything. Oh, the light. The light is just gorgeous. Okay, let's go. Nothing happened. Power seems to be on though. Weird. I just want to get away from here. Ooh? That's not how you open a door. This is probably a very bad idea. Yeah. Probably. What is happening? Let's go inside. Apartment 213, living room. Wow. I'm a bit of a light nerd. And I love all the shinies, but damn, this is so beautiful. Nothing interesting here. Distraint does not auto-save your progress. To save your progress, be sure to find and visit save spots. Okay. Saved. Ooh, it's so dark. What's here? It's locked. I need a key. Ah! What the hell? What? Is that a guy? Is that a face? He shot himself. I'd turn it off if there was a power button. Oh shit. There's a note. What comes around goes around. Fuck it. What the hell? Apartment 213, kitchen. Another door? Bathroom. Oh shit, it's freezing here. Really? There's something in the bathtub. Let's see. Ugh, it's cold. There, you found an ice cube. This might come in handy. Press and hold space to open your inventory. Press E to select the item you've just found. Release the space and the selected item to choose. When you have an item active, Price will attempt to use that item whenever interacting. Try to use the ice cube with the bathtub. I want to put it back there. You want to search or examine objects and surroundings. Open your inventory and select an empty item slot. Oh, you looked it up? Cool. Yeah, it sounded so Finnish. Cool. I guess you're just surrounded by Nordic people, so that's why you're infecting me. You want to search or examine. Okay. Boop. Try searching the bathtub again. I don't need another ice cube. How are you gonna hold the ice cube without it melting though? Can you use it in the toilet? I don't need to pee. Okay. What the hell was that? I don't know. It's an old oven. Can I use the ice cube? I wonder if there's something inside this ice cube. I'll stick it into the oven. Or just hold it in your hands. But yeah, I can't escape the Nordic stuff apparently with me. No. I've infected you. No, you are not a disease. You just caught the Nordic disease. And you're infecting me. And probably Glitter too. Now we wait. Alright, let's see. I knew it! Found the key. Let's go to the door in the... The drawer isn't locked. It's empty. Okay. Let's go back. It's so loud. What? He's gone? Okay, where the hell did the corpse go? There's a print. There's a handprint here. It's locked. Yes, let's get the key. I unlocked the door. Room 1. That sound again. It's a weird sound. Anything in the bookshelf? The Shining, Frankenstein, Dracula. Oh cool, I actually wanted to buy Dracula and read it. I've never read it. But I forgot about it. I asked for it for my birthday, but I didn't get it. Well, maybe I should buy it sometime. There are a lot of classic horror books. Cool. The window is boarded. Empty. Empty. Another handprint. Stock markets, economy, trading. There are a lot of books about money. Maybe you should... It's empty. Give that to the old lady. There's something here. Finders keepers. You found a horror book. Okay. What kind of horror book? Can I examine it? No. Can I put it back? Ooh, maybe it's one of those, you put it back and it's like, click! And then something happens. The book is full of horror. I'll place this book here. Huh? What's that? Another book popped out. You found a finance book. Maybe I should read it. Maybe I should buy it. Maybe I should read it. Maybe I should buy 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 it. I think I know where to put this one. Me too. That was scary. Wait, put it here. This book will fit here perfectly. Done. The curtains. And another handprint of blood. Is he just walking around without a head? Room 3. Oh, this is purple. Very purple. What the hell? MacDade, Bruton, and more. I was so not prepared for that. Son, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. MacDade, Bruton, and more. Oh, we already heard you kicked that expired fart out. Job well done, son. You passed your first trial. Happy to hear that, sirs. Although Mrs. Goodwin seemed like a very nice old... Nonsense! 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 There's no injustice in the law. You did the right thing, son. Soon you will be one of us. I don't wanna... One of us. One of us. MacDade, Bruton, Moore, and Price. I like the sound of it. Thank you, sirs. Are you ready to make some serious money? Money! Money! I guess I am. You have only 2 more names to take care of. Seize their properties in the name of the law! In the name of the law! In the name of the law. And you shall be granted a partnership. I will. That's the spirit, son. Off you go now. This is so loud. They have a lot of money. Just full. Ooh, the silence. So nice. That was so loud I couldn't hear myself speak. I felt both joy and sorrow. Soon I would get my partnership. But at the price of my humanity. Would it be worth it? Yeah, would it? Save. Ooh. Look at you. Your head is open. Huh? How did it get here? There's another note. There's an elephant in the room. I know that saying. That's a literal elephant! Pride. Indignity. $. Guilt. Arrogance. Ah! Don't catch me, elephant! He's gonna catch me! He caught me. Ah, sorry, I got carried away. That's not quite what happened. When I saw the elephant, I ran. I ran like there was no tomorrow. Hallway. Save. Ahead again. Oh, it comes again? Maybe I shouldn't do that. Greed. Maybe I should not talk to the corpse. Greed. Vanity. It's a zombie elephant. Run, run, run. Whoops. Did it again. Oh? Huh? Is it morning already? What a day that was. I still feel horrible about Mrs. Goodwin. Oh well, I need some coffee to wake up. Let's go get some coffee. What's this? All sorts of weird junk in here. The roof is leaking. I'm happy it isn't raining today. Lousy apartment. I need coffee first. I'll just suit up later. Okay. A save! Kitchen, bedroom, bathroom. Something. Oh, I have to sneeze. Or do I? No? It won't come out! Damn sneeze. Okay. I need some water for the coffee. Got a coffee pot. I'll use this coffee pot to get the water. Where's the water? Not much longer I'll get to move out of this dump. Is the water gone? I don't think so. Okay. Been a while since I last used my oven. Takeaway for the win. Hell yeah. It's kitchen sink. Yeah, where's the water? Oh, I didn't use this room. Bathroom. Oh, that looks disgusting. I have a superb bladder. I can hold it for a day or two? Are you insane? That's not good for you. I don't need to wash my hands. Maybe I can get the... Maybe I'll get some water here. Ah, I want coffee! And it started raining. Are you kidding me? One of those mornings, I swear you. The water is off. Let's get it in the little thingy. Let's get it from outside. Nope, no, oh. Wait. No, it's a weird inventory system. It's empty. Why do I even have these drawers? Coffee first. Not sure how hygienic this is, but every man deserves a cup of coffee. There, I have some water now. You fill the coffee pot. Achievement! Coffee, please. Coffee. Finally. I'll put the water here. Okay, I'll watch some telly while the coffee is brewing. Telly. Isn't it very British to say telly? Oh yeah, it's thundering. I shouldn't risk it. Well, you said to watch telly. I'm not ready to leave. Change out of my pajamas. Then what do we do? Ooh. What was that? Yeah, what was that? I think it came from the bathroom. Now let's go in the bathroom. Let's save first. Game saved, whatever that means. There's nothing here. Must be my imagination. Probably. The coffee should be ready by now. Hang on, I need to put on a sweater. I'm so cold. Thankfully, I had one right behind me. There we go. Much better. It's been so cold today. When I went out, it was like 2 degrees. Celsius, that is. It was very nice though. But it's very cold in here. And that is not very nice. Oh, people in my home? Ha ha ha! You're right, dear. How silly that day was. Oh look, dear, it's our little boy. That's our parents? I can see that, hun. Hey, son, you don't mind that we took some coffee, do you? Although it tastes a little funny. No, not no at all. Okay, that's weird. Are you alright, dear? You look so pale. Aren't you supposed to be, you know, dead? Of course we are dead. What a silly thing to say. But even though we are already gone, does it make you crazy to hear our words of wisdom? I suppose not. And that's exactly why we are here. So listen to us, son, and let your conscience do the talking. Sounds reasonable. We heard some, well, unpleasant things about you, dear. That is correct. We are worried about you, me and your father. Are you getting greedy, son? It is not too late to make a change. Look, I'm not proud of all the things I've done. But look at this cranky apartment. I just want to be successful in my life. We understand, son. But at the expense of the other people? Think about it, son. You are better than that. I don't know. I've worked hard for this. Who's someone else? Oh, it's raining blood now? I'm looking for Mrs. Goodwin. Is this the right address? Oh, isn't that us? What the hell is going on? Yeah. I'm wondering the same. Coffee is gone. Not the coffee. Well, coffee sucks anyway. Oh yeah, it's under it, yeah. I'm not ready. Well, yes, I know. But where's the coffee? It's on the table, right? But I can't use it. Nothing in here. Okay, let's go change our clothes, I guess. Oh, Mrs. Goodwin! It's still raining blood. No, now it's not anymore. Hold it together. It's only my mind playing tricks on me. Yes, it must be. Okay, I better get dressed. Dun dun dun. It was rough yesterday, but I decided to carry on. Though I would be lying to you if I said I didn't think of Mrs. Goodwin. Anyways, Mr. Taylor was the next name on the list. He lived in the forest as a hermit. He had no debts, but the city wanted to expropriate his property. They built a highway there. I visited him so I could seize his property. Rude. That's not nice at all. No trespassers. Is that a mushroom? A very big one. His cabin should be here somewhere. What a lovely forest. Not really, but still. Babe. Oh, there it is. Yes, a lovely little cabin. With lovely sounds. It's a firewood stack. Can't go there. This is Price. I'm looking for Mr. Taylor. Hello? Either he's not at home or he's ignoring me. I need to talk to him. It's locked. Can we go here now? Yeah. It's locked. What is that? An outhouse or something? Maybe he's over here. Oh, here he is. Hello? You must be Mr. Taylor. I am. My name's Price. Nice to make your acquaintance. Please drop the act and let me hear your threats. I know why you're here. Threats? No. How about reasoning? You see, Mr. Taylor, the city wants to build a highway here. It would bring lots of new people and tourism to the city. And a lot of money too, or am I mistaken? Well, that's exactly the problem with you people. Money is your king. Where's your compassion? This is my home. Sir, it's been quite a long day already. Everything is already prepared. And don't forget, we are offering you a very fair compensation. And if you refuse, we will have to expropriate your property. I guess I have no option but to bend over. There, you got me. I hope you're happy. I'm sorry, sir. Sorry, kid. I know you're just doing your work. Sir, if there's anything I could do... There is something. It's getting chilly out here. Let's talk in my cabin. You got a cabin key? Here, take this key. I'll follow you shortly. Oh, and while you're at it, could you light a fire in the fireplace? Of course. Thank you, sir. Well, he's a very nice man. I wonder what they're offering him. Like... a lot of money? Oh, we should take some firewood. Take some firewood here. And let's use the key. Lock the door. Oh, I can't get over the lighting. It's so... what do you say? Creates such a mood. Just ashes here. I need to make a fire. Put the firewood here. Need to make a fire. Yes. Kitchen. So many doors. It's a large cabin. I mean, it's bigger than his apartment. Dog food and water bowls. Nothing interesting here. Hallway. Is that blood? There's something. Matches. Perfect. It's locked. Bedroom. It's the dog bed. It smells oddly horrible. It's the trash can full of paper. Okay. Crossword, search word. He seems to like puzzles. Puzzles are fun. Oh, that screeching sound is just awful. Living room. Have we walked in circles? Yeah. I think so. Well, not the bloody door though. Hallway. Why are they bloody? Okay, let's go light the fire. Here goes. Damn it. The firewood is moist. I need something that ignites easily. Paper, perhaps? He did have some things in his bedroom. Some crossword puzzles and stuff. Maybe we could take those? No? Is there something in the trash can, maybe? Full of paper. I don't think he needs these. I can use the paper I found earlier for kindling. Yes. Didn't I check that before? Probably not. Use the paper, yeah. Yeah, so use it. Oh. These should do. Ooh. Aha! Look what I have created. I have made fire! Achievement, the fire maker. That's me. This guy likes fires. Who has a deer head there? Or elk? It looks like elk horns. Ah, I see you made a fire. Good, thank you. My pleasure. It's so dark in here. Yes, there's no electricity. But back to the topic. See, my dog has gone missing. And you want me to find him? Her? Her. It was quite a mysterious disappearance. How so? Well, she was here when I went to bed last night. And as far as I'm aware of, she can't open doors. And that she was gone at the break of dawn. Huh? Then she must be inside. So I thought, but I can't find her anywhere. If you find her, I'll happily sign any papers you may have. You get yourself a deal, sir. I'll start my investigation. Good luck, kid. Investigation! Where did you last saw... Do you say that? Where did you last saw her? Isn't it where did you last see her? Bedroom. She sleeps in the same room with me. Okay, thanks. Okay. Let's go to the bedroom. Maybe there's a sign in here. Okay. This dog bed smells like piss and soap. Might be important. I'll ask Mr. Taylor about this. Yeah, okay. Oh, my hands are so cold. I noticed that the dog bed smells funny. Yeah, we had a little skunk accident yesterday. Oh, the smell. Anyways, we spent a good hour scrubbing the stink away. Lots of water and lots of shampoo. That explains the smell. I'm sure this helps. I'll look into it. Okay. So we go there again. Okay. Nothing. Yeah. So there's nothing else in here except for the fucking blood on the doors, but it doesn't seem to recognize that. Oh, this is even worse. It's locked. We don't have a key, do we? No. Okay. Dog food, nothing interesting. The oven looks very dirty. It looks like there's blood on every single door. Oh, we haven't been here. I guess this is where he washed his dog. Still reeks. Okay, let me think. If the dog bed already stinks that bad, I wonder what the dog will smell like. I think I can follow her scent. Ooh. A stinky... That was the dead guy from before. The head dead guy. Goes in here. Ha! There's a hole in the door. Dog must have gone through here. The door is locked with a combination lock. I can't follow her. I'll talk to Mr. Taylor. Okay. Combination. There's a locked door in the hallway. Where does it lead? Why? Well, there's a hole in the door. I believe the dog has gone through there. That would make sense. There's an old underground cellar behind that door. But I haven't used it in years. I could take a look, but I need a combination for the lock. Oh yes, what was it? It's so long, you see. I'm afraid I've forgotten the combination. But I'm no fool, so I have a backup. That's great. Where can I find it? See, I love puzzles of all kind. Yeah, we know. I believe I hid the combination in one of the puzzles. If I remember correctly, there were word you'll need is tree. Tree. Yes, that's the word. Okay, I'll take a look. Hey kid, thanks for going through all the trouble. Don't worry about it. Tree. I have a thought here. Maybe if we look at the little thing where you put in numbers. Yeah, that thing. When you call, where you have the numbers, you have letters as well. So maybe it's tree in that combination. But let's go to the bedroom first and see if we can get something from the puzzles here. Oh no, it was not. This must be the puzzle I meant. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So, now we need a paper. Go, paper. So, tree. Tree. I see fire. E, no. Tree. I see it. It's on row 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Can that be? Or is it longer? Let's try and go back and see. It's a very easy password though. Doesn't seem like it should be that. Let's see. Oh, it is only 5 letters. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Got it! Yes! That wasn't too hard. Ooh, that's a spooky door. Let's go inside. A washing room. So he hasn't used the cellar in a while, which means that he hasn't washed his clothes in a while. It's a washing machine. Doesn't work. There's no electricity. Oh, of course, of course. I forgot it. Ooh. The scent is here. I'm saved, whatever that means. Okay, I want to go back the other way. So that I don't miss anything. Ooh. Imagine being this stinky. No, this is just out. This is the way. This is the way. Oh, I can't actually go there. So I have to go through here. And the stink does continue here. Yeah, okay, so the end, there was a block here. It's an old compressor. Let's see if there's still some juice in it. Nothing happened. Okay. Did I save? Let's save again. What a lovely cellar. Is there a block again? Yes. Hammer, saw, wrench, nails. Huh, what's that? No doubt this gasoline will come in handy. I feel like the grammar in this game isn't really great. No doubt this gasoline can will come in handy. No! I'm just reading it wrong. This gasoline can will come in handy. Never mind. It was me who was the wrong, not the game. I unlocked the door. We're outside. Oh. Where's the smelly though? Shed. There's a hole in the wall and the floor. Dog has gone through here, no doubt about it. Okay. But where does it go? There's no stank out here. Well, let's go. Let's continue. Maybe we can find something out here. Maybe. What was that? Ooh. Blood. Shit. I hope this isn't her blood. Me too. Ooh, another blood puddle. Bloodle. Doggo? Dog? Here, girl. I don't have the guts to get any closer. Yeah, I understand why. Can we use the can? Come, girl. Sniff this sweet gasoline. No? I need to gain her trust somehow. Achievement! Sniff this. Okay. Why is she... What is she eating? It kind of looks like another dog. Like a little chihuahua or something. But... She also has a large head compared to her body. Okay, what can we use as I think it's fox blood. Oh, it was a fox. Ooh! I have an idea. Burning the blood would solve nothing. No, I didn't want to burn it. I want to scoop it up. What was this? Oh, it was just a hole in the foliage. What can we find that will gain her trust? Something in the cellar, I hope. Otherwise I went all this way for nothing. No, don't put it back. Nothing else here. Oh, I can go here. Save. What can we get to gain her trust? Oh, it ends there, right? Didn't find anything in here. No. You burn it. Stanky. You burn the sofa. Maybe something in the bedroom. Like her bed, maybe? No way, I'm not a pyromaniac. Okay, we can't grab that. No puzzles, I don't think. I hope not. That would be weird. Let's talk to the guy. Let's see if he has something. I'll just talk to him once I found his dog. Well, okay. How do we lure a dog? They like food. And they like squeaky toys. Can we get a food? Or a squeaky? There was the guy with no head again. What? I can't. There was dog food. How is that not useful? Spoopy! Hi, SB. How are you? Yeah, it is Spoopy. And have you seen this game before? The lighting is like the coolest one. Ooh, Nightbot. Wait, someone posted a link? Gave catch and 17 timeout 5 seconds. Why did you post a link? Was that a self-promotion? That's not how you do it when you watch other streamers. It is rude. You good? Tired, but good. No, it is like the atmosphere is so cool. The viewer seller. Oh, okay. Shame on you. I don't want no fake viewers. The viewers should be real. Otherwise, it doesn't feel good. I don't know why, but my camera won't pick me up when I'm sitting in a certain position. Okay, so we're chasing a smelly dog. So far, look, I'm just sitting still. What the hell? Okay, so far we have evicted an old lady. And our goal is to evict more people to gain money. But we are an asshole for doing it, because we're evicting an old lady. But now we're having a deal with a guy in a cabin who we're trying to evict to find his dog. Doge left a trail of stinkums. Yes. And we did find the dog. But the dog is very... it's eating an animal. So we're trying to find something to lure it with. But I don't know what. I must have missed something, but I can't really tell what I'm missing. Let's save again. Did we go in here? Yeah, that just leads out. Maybe there's something out here. No, not firewood. Can we burn it? No, you permanent. Okay, I'm not going all the way back there. We may, like it's a long walk to the dogs. I don't want to walk for nothing. Ooh, a campfire. Right, we were here before. Yeah, it ends here. So I have to go through the cellar. You go this way? No, I'm lost. What was this way? Oh yeah. Wait, now I'm very lost. Okay, we're supposed to go here. And... there's a block here. There was another door leading, like... out, but another way. Oh yeah, of course. No, there's a block here. No. No. Okay. So. What do you give a dog? My theory is that we need food, because dogs love food. There was the thing again. Or we need a squeaky toy. But dogs, we couldn't find a squeaky toy. And there's blood. And here's the doggo. And the only thing we have is gasoline. Yeah, it doesn't want the gasoline. So I don't know what to alert with. Give me 1 second. So what have you guys done today? Have we done anything fun? I have been going to the store. I slept all day, and then I went to the store, and then I streamed. Nothing at all? Did you comb your head? Now that you have no hair? Oh. Well, not much. You have no beard. It's so weird. You look like a totally different person. You did school. Ooh, feedback. Feedback exercise. How did that go? And what did you feedback? Okay. Sorry for the standing still. Alright, I know what I missed now. Oh, cool. Feedback on your portfolio stuff? I still want to see that. You have to show me tomorrow. Nice. Doesn't this rock look like a seal? It's so cute. Adorable. I love seals. Okay, let's go inside. We had... was it in here? Yeah, the compressor. So I need to use the gasoline on that one. I'll fill the compressor with this gasoline. Okay, here goes nothing. Look at that. It's already on. Yeah. Power's on now. Let's see. Ah! That's... I think he's not feeling too well. Oh, okay. That's cool. Shit, there's something inside. Phew, is it a glove? Got scared for a moment. I found a glove. Okay, let's see if the doggy wants the glovey. Stank dog. So did you get some good feedback then? Were they nice to you? This rock looks like a seal too. Like two seals. Oh, it's such a long walk. Way too long. Another seal. Mwah! Here, girl. That's it. Come here. A good girl. That's such a big doggy. Who's a good girl? Woof! Your master is worried about you. You should go home. Good girl. Alright, back to the cabin. Can I not look at the fox? It kind of looks sassy. For being dead, it's very sassy. Oh, that's amazing. It's so nice when you find a good group. The elephant! The goddamn elephant all the time. It broke the bridge. Why? Okay, look at the lighting right here. It's amazing how they use the colors as well. Okay. Oh, we're back here? How? You found her. Thanks, kid. I signed the papers. You can find them inside. I will leave immediately. Feels easier that way. Farewell, sir. The fox is here as well. Okay, I better get the papers. Achievement unlocked. Second Distraint. The fox. Huh. Ah! It's so loud. I'm dancing, but my character is like not dancing with me. Son! Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. McDade, Bruton, and more. Another job well done. Well done. Well done. For a moment, I thought you were going soft. 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 Doing him a favor by finding his lousy mutt. He seemed like a... Nonsense! 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 You should have just kicked his worthless ass. Worthless ass. Worthless ass! Next time you must remain strict. 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 I understand. Do you now? You wouldn't want to make us regret choosing you. No, sirs. That's the spirit. Thank you for this opportunity, sirs. That reminds me. Something of great importance. 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 What's that? We have yet to see your dance, son. Uh-oh. Now dance, son. Yes, sir. Yes, that's our boy. Yeah. Now faster. Spazzing out. Okay, I need to. Maybe this is better. Now I can dance fast. Yeah. Ooh, nightmare? Save? This is spooky. Where's the elephant? Ooh. So that's a human who shot himself and he's everywhere now. And his head is split open. Okay. No interaction. They're whispering. Oh no, not the spooky washing machine. What are they saying? That's a skull. Is that... A whole human or just a skull? The body's so small. Oh god. Mrs. Goodwin! Oh no. She's so sad. Oh, I keep walking. And walking. And walking. Do I just walk? What if I walk the other way? No, same thing. Well, I'm going lower though. So weird. Can I not interact with her? Oh. Now we're walking up. But it stops there. I don't know, do I just keep walking? Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Do I talk to her? The sounds are so loud. No, I'm blocking her. I can only walk. What is happening? I'm lost. Where am I? I'm gone. There we are. How is this the hardest part? Just walking. I don't understand. Okay. Maybe it's bugged. No, it can't be right. It says head all the way to the right and talk to the crying one. But I can't talk to her. Oh, there we go. I fell down and couldn't get up. Excuse me for you to have suffer those sounds for too long. Ooh. Look at the light. It's so beautiful. Yes. Is this Mr. Price speaking? Yeah. My name is Stuart. I'm sorry to bother you at such a late hour. What is this all about? It's Mrs. Goodwin. I know you're not relative, but I'm afraid she has no one else. She asked me to call you. See, she had a stroke yesterday. Oh? How is she doing? Well, considering the seriousness of the stroke, she's fine. But she's in very bad spirits. And when the mind fails, the body will follow. I'm sorry to hear that. Yes. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. I understand, but she asked specifically for you, Mr. Price. Could you consider visiting her in our care? I'm sure it would mean a lot to her. Yes, I will happily do it. Thank you, Mr. Price. I will bring the message to her. I'm sure she will be delighted. Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Oh, poor Mrs. Goodwin. Is this gonna make us soft, though? And we won't get any money. Oh. Huh? What a nightmare. Oh shit. I wonder how Mrs. Goodwin is doing. Maybe I should visit her for my own sake. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. Do we need coffee? Do we have a phone? Where's our phone? Ah, my new coffee maker is the Deluxe 2000 X748G3. One press of a button is enough. If I would buy a coffee maker with that name, I would never remember it. No more fetching water from the weirdest of places. Luxury, one could call it. Huh? Who might that be? Yeah, probably. But don't you need water for those too? Hello, this is Price speaking. Mr. Price? This is Stewart speaking. I'm calling from our nursing home on behalf of Mrs. Goodwin. Is everything okay? She had a stroke, but she's doing relatively fine. We already know that. Let me guess, she asked me to visit her. Impressive, Mr. Price. Indeed. It would mean the world to her. Could you please consider doing so? Yes, of course, I'll come to see her. Thank you, Mr. Price. I'll let her know. Thank you for calling me. Okay. My dreams of guilt are coming true. Oh, his parents are here again. Ha 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 ha! You are right, dear. I will never forget that day. Oh, look, dear, it's our little boy. I can see that, hon. Hey, son, you don't mind that we took some coffee, do you? The coffee tastes great this time. Not at all. Since you're here, I guess you have something important to tell me? That is correct, son. Seems you are still pursuing the riches, at the expense of the others. What your father is trying to tell you is that you are losing yourself in the process. I think I know what you mean, but I can't quit now. I'm so close to success. How about Mrs. Goodwin? We heard she's not doing too good. Don't you think she would rather be at her home? I know, I feel horrible for her. Maybe you would understand if you saw the consequences of your actions. You should go and see how Mrs. Goodwin is doing. Hey, you don't need to be so pushy. No, son, we do. We are only thinking about what is best for you. Sorry, I know that. See, you can be very compassionate, honey. Is anyone home? I'm looking for Mr. Price. Oh man, I'm losing my mind. Okay, focus. Drink the coffee and suit up. I need to get my head straight. Suit up like Barney. Okay, coffee. Drink, drink, drink. Damn good coffee. Okay, I'll get dressed and I'm off. He still hasn't gone to the bathroom. Well, it's only been 1 day, so I guess that's... Tomorrow he'll have to go to the bathroom. Let's get dressed. Alright, I'll pay Mrs. Goodwin a visit. I hope she's okay. I traveled to meet Mrs. Goodwin. I hated myself. But maybe, if I confront her, maybe I could find peace of mind. Oh, this doesn't look nice. Deception? Not reception? Hello? Anyone there? I'm here to see Mrs. Goodwin. Speaking of service. Hello? Who are you? Snow. No wonder these folks are so absent. Snow, is that what it's called? Ahem. Can I get past, please? No point. He's sleeping like a rock. Oh, we need to go in there? A barred door? There's no way I can get past that. Why is it barred? This room feels safe. What the hell is this program? I better just leave it. That reminds me of a creepypasta called like Pirate Cove or something. You guys should read it. It's really good. It's about some kids watching a TV show called Pirate Cove. No, Candle Cove? Yeah, something like that. Doesn't matter. But it's really good. Potatoes, potatoes, potatoes. Potatoes! I refuse. I shall not cook anything. No. Potatoes? My skills are going to waste. I refuse. I need better ingredients. It would be nice to have some meat every now and then. Go away. Get lost. Okay. She does not look fine. She looks sad. Can I talk to her? No. Did she cry? She had like mascara streaks. I don't need to wash my hands right now. I don't like using public toilets. Who does? But I feel like the toilet in the hospital should be pretty clean. But it didn't look like that. Hello? I'm frustrated! Only potatoes after potatoes. Yes, I overheard the conversation. Savings, they call it. These people need better food, but I can't provide them with only potatoes. I'm sorry. Leave me alone. I watched a video. Food theory. MatPat video. Where he tried to find out which food or which thing you could eat for the rest of your life and still be fine and get all the nutrients that you need. And apparently sweet potatoes is the thing. I could live... No, I would rather have normal potatoes. But sweet potatoes are good too. Okay, let's go outside here. This is save. Anyone there? No answer. Ooh, how lovely. Hello? I thought I heard something. Hey kid, could you do an old man a favor? Sorry, who are you? Janitor Carpenter at your service. My name's Price. Nice to meet you. And sure, what do you need? I was in the middle of something, but then the electricity went out. I'm guessing the circuit breaker tripped. There's a fuse box near the kitchen. Could you check the fuses over there? I guess I'm not in a hurry, so why not? Thanks, kid. I'll let you borrow my key. Tell no one. Alright, I'll be right back. Why can't he do it himself? What a lazy ass. Wait, which door? Was it the kitchen? Oh, kitchen. The kitchen is over here. There's no keyhole. Was it this door? No, that was the weird TV room. This one? No, this was the bathroom. This one. I locked the door. Ooh, it's so dark. This must be the fuse box. Let's see. Oh. It's a puzzle. Puzzle. Okay. Left. Middle. This one. This one. Hell yeah. Achievement. The electrician. The electricity should be back on. Yes, it is on. Now let's go upstairs. Or no, I don't think it was... Oh my god. Blood. He really is losing his mind. He's being a bit psychotic. What is this? It's like... Oh. Oh, what? What? Hey. Hey! Ah, thanks, kid. Electricity's back on. What the hell are you doing? I'm disposing this corpse. Corpse? Who is that? Just some oldster. He died a few days back. It's cheaper this way. Oh, I feel sick. What's that? Why? And he's just spraying the blood all over. Oh, I'm gonna throw up at any moment now. Piles of guts, body fluids, and blood. This will have to do. Found some bloody meat. Free paint! Oh yeah. Very, very stinky paint. Oh my god. I mean, wouldn't it be easier just burying it? This is gonna make such a mess and you're gonna have to clean it up. So it doesn't seem like it's easier. Okay, let's give the blood to the chef. Oh. Oh. There we go. I happened to come across this fine piece of beef. Do you think it could be suitable for your purposes? Well, let's take a look. Yes! Oh! Brilliant! Meat's back on the menu, boys. Thank you, young master. I'll start cooking right away. My pleasure. Yeah, let's feed the humans to the patients. I was reading Uzumaki again for the like 20th time. No kidding, probably more. It kind of reminds me of that when they're in the hospital and they're eating placenta. Ugh. And they're feeding it to the patients and it's disgusting. Well, I'm not gonna say anymore because everyone should read Uzumaki by themselves because it's such a good manga. It's amazing! Oh, what were we doing? We have nothing in our inventory. Do I get to talk to him again? No. Well, maybe the guy is awake now. So that I can go into the room. No. He's not awake. Oh. Oh. It's just... There's blood everywhere. Hello? Oh my god. This is a weird place. Okay. What would wake him up, though? Do we go in here? Anyone there? No answer. Oh yeah. Oh, it's dark here now. What happened to the electricity? Maybe it just turned off the lights. Well, maybe we don't want to see what's in there anyways. Looks pretty disturbing. Oh, now the nurse is there again. I have prepared a beautiful dish. Finally, these people will get the food they deserve. Speaking of that, I'm here to see Mrs. Goodwin. Can I take the food to her? Sure, kid. Take this dish to her. Thank you, chef. I don't think that nurse is okay at all. Wait, why did she speak like that? The guy's still in the way. Smell the food? No. Where does she live? She live in here? Room service. Well, sort of. Do you bring food? I'm hungry. Yes. Can I come in, please? Please do. Is this Mrs. Goodwin? Yeah, she doesn't have her, like, hood on. You're not Mrs. Goodwin. Oh, I'm afraid you got the wrong room, dear. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound rude. Here's the food. Thank you, dear. Well, I get going. It's been a long time since anyone came to see me. I'm sorry, I think it was 2 months ago. My grandchild came to see me. I really need, but I haven't heard from him since. Though I believe he got married lately. That's nice to, with a girl. What was her name again? Was it Helen? I wouldn't know. No, I believe it was Helga. That's nice, but her father got his ankle broken. I wonder if he's alright now. I'm sure he is. Well, take care now. It has been awfully windy lately. Fall is going to come early this year. Yeah. I'm sorry, madam. I really, really need to get going now. Oh, there I go, rambling again. I understand you must be going now. Please take this for listening to my nonsense. Thank you, madam. I wish you well. I got a cowbell? Oh, to wake up the guy. Ding, ding, ding. Wake up. Finally. Oh, I can't wake him up. I would need divine powers to do that. What do I do with the bell then? Wow. Sleepy guy. Ding ding ding. Okay, where can we use the bell then? Nursing room hallway. Open sesame. I can't believe that didn't work. Yeah, me neither. Well, there, can't you sit on the TV? That would be silly. What about the bathroom? Ding ding ding. What's in here? Oh, the fuse box. Okay. I should remember what's actually in the doors. Fuse box, bathroom, TV. How's it going? Wonderful! You wouldn't believe my frustration. Thanks for getting that beef to me. Sure. I got a hold of this cowbell. I was thinking maybe you could find it useful. That's nice of you, but I already have a bell to call the staff. Thanks though. No worries. Who wants the bell? Wouldn't it be fun to just have a bell? Walk around with it. Just ding 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 to random people. When you walk outside, you're like, ding ding ding. And you would scare everyone. Okay, so up here, or down here, or something. It's nothing. Well, this isn't very helpful. What about over here? Channel appear! I command you! Nothing. Oh. Wake up, old man! Oh man, he's focused. Oh yeah, the deception. Service, please. Finally. I know. Listen, there's a door behind the bars. I think I left my wallet there, so... Uh-huh. That's a yes, I take it. Perfect, I suppose. What a lovely nurse. Will she open it for me? Oh, she did! Thank you. Oh. Oh. Oh man. I wonder how long she has been here. These people are treated like cattle. That's why I got a cowbell. I don't think she needs the flower anymore. I'll take it to Mrs. Goodwin. Oh, she's rocking. God damn my headset. Did it die? Really? It didn't even warn me. Hang on. Give me a second. Why did I sound like a fucking brat there? Give me a second. It's weird how it doesn't even warn me when it's about to die. Worthless piece of junk. There we go. Okay, we got a flower. A lovely, lovely flower for Mrs. Goodwin. Door won't budge. Okay. What the hell? Are we locked in? Maybe if I'll leave the bell here. That did a trick. Ding ding ding. Okay, let's go to Mrs. Goodwin. If the guy has woken up yet. He has not. Why is he standing up? Huh. This looks like let me remember. I don't know. I guess Silent Hill has it like that. What's up? Yeah, me too. Well, maybe she wants a flower. Here's a beautiful flower for a beautiful lady. Oh, sorry. I thought you were Mrs. Goodwin. Oh, achievement. A flower to you, beautiful. Maybe to the TV? I've never given a flower to television before, and I don't intend to start now. Maybe to the old man? Smell this flower. What a refreshing yet exciting scent. No use, he's sleeping like a dead man. Yeah. Oh. Mrs. Goodwin is not in this wardrobe. What is then? It's a wardrobe. Oh! A hanger. This might come in handy. For what? Found this hanger from your wardrobe. Can I keep it? Of course, dear. Thank you. Oops. I wouldn't want to start another conversation. Yeah, no. That would suck. What if I will, do something with the hanger on him? Oh no! I can use it as an antenna. Fucking him with the hanger seems rude. Yeah, for the TV. I think I could bend this hanger to act as an antenna. Ha! It works. I'm a genius. Ken Badcock is airing. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, this music sounds so much like the music from Night in the Woods. Like the music in the menu. And I used to sit there and like listen to it. Oh, even she's dancing. What's up? The old man! Yes! This has got to be Mrs. Goodwin's room. But before I enter, I'll find her a flower. It's the polite thing to do after all. I have a flower. Mrs. Goodwin? This is Price. Can I come in? I'm here. Come in, please. I was nervous and afraid. I didn't know what to expect. Maybe she would blame me? I was concerned about her well-being. I felt guilty and ashamed. Aww, she's such a darling. I brought you a flower. How are you, Mrs. Goodwin? Oh, you shouldn't have. Thank you, dear. I'm delighted you came to see me. Of course, madam. I still feel horrible for taking over your home. I shouldn't have done that. Stop it, young man. You shouldn't blame yourself. Thank you, Mrs. Goodwin. That means a lot to me. But still, can I do something for you? Anything at all? No, I have no one. I just wanted to see a familiar face before I'm gone. Aw, madam, you don't deserve this. I'm just spineless scallywag. But let me make this right. You could move to my place. I'll take care of you. It's not much, but anything beats this. Oh, you're such a polite young man. But I can't do that, dear. You have your own life and things to take care of. Me? I'm old. I won't be around for too long. Madam, don't say that. No, listen to me. Don't you blame yourself, young man. Besides, soon I will get to see my husband again. Madam, I will come to see you every week. You can always call me if you want to talk. Thank you. Oh, she's such a sweetheart. Such a cutie pie. I was so close. One more name, one last push. But something had changed. Something inside me tried to make me stop. I ignored that something. I didn't stop. Mr. Jones was the last name on my list. Lovely. How lovely. What a lovely hallway. The door is boarded. I can't get through. Is there anyone? Huh? The door seems to be ajar. Don't mind if I do. What is that on the wall? The door is boarded. I can't get through. Music slots. I can't use it. Oh, I can. Huh? It's an old slot machine. Doesn't seem to work. But I want to use the slot machine. Another boarded door. What are you? Huh? What the hell is this? Looks like a drug lab. And that green smoke? I shouldn't smell it. Screw it. Here goes nothing. Oh shit! We're high. Whoa. What do we do? What do we do? Blow is blocked with mushrooms. Okay, so we need to... Wait, no, I want to go back. I want to go back. I'm not ready. Doors board. Okay, wait. So we can only get in here when we're high? What is that on the wall? It looks like a skull eating a carrot. What is this place? Why do we want to get this place? There's something weird about this painting. Maybe I need to look at it from a different angle. Like when you're high. Board a door. Oh, we're back here. Let's get high again. Oh, it's blocked with mushrooms, so we can't get through. Whoa. It's almost like a piece of this painting would be highlighted blue. I wonder if it comes off. Huh, look at that. Got a blue piece from a painting. Wow. This is really cool. Can I put it back? Maybe I could use this piece somewhere else. Yeah, but where? Okay, we're back here again. Let's use the drugs to go through here. And then also... No, let's go back. Okay, and go through the mushroom door. Are we back again? No, oh, there's a painting. Doesn't fit here. Anyone home? No one's home. Okay, it's the same. Is this a drug room again? Yeah. I I think so. Wow. I must say that, I mean, the story is great, and but the aesthetics of this game, just music, sound aesthetics, and visual is really, really great. Maybe I need to look at it from a different angle. Oh, okay, let's go to this painting as well when we're high then. So I need to get out. Can I make it all the way there? Doesn't feel like we would have enough time. Let's try. Oh, it's blocked. How do I get there then? It ends so fast, but there is a painting here as well. This one. It's a torn painting, I believe. Positive this piece will fit here. Oh, it did. Okay. Now there's nothing. Okay, let's get high again. Something I didn't say didn't think I would say today. Let's get high again. Okay. No, I wanted to use the slot machine. Whoa, it's on now. I need a coin to play it. Don't have a coin. It's a giant mushroom. No way I can get past that. How do I then? There's a door here. So there's some way that I can get over there. One high. There's not, no. Between the walls. So we're between the walls, huh? It's weird. Room between the walls again. Oh, this is another drug place. It's missing the piece I tore out earlier. Okay, so we're back here again. No. That is stuck. Which other way can we go? Only that one. And then... this one is blocked. But that one... but don't I just get back then? So am I in the hallway? I am in the hallway, but I can't make it. It's too far. I guess I'm just gonna have to keep trying. It's so far. But I think it's the only way. And I can't sprint either. So that's pretty odd, I must say. Go in here. Then we go... no, we stay here. Go through the hole. And through the other hole. Here's the drug. Come on, come on, come on. I can't make it. And how do I do it? I mean, the only thing I can do here is this. And then wait. Through here. I can only get here with drugs. I'm so lost. Okay, give me a second, actually. I'm gonna try and see if there's a way. There's no reason to just keep trying over and over and not make it. Okay, oh yeah, there's a boarded room. Right. There's another boarded room that's open now. This one. I remember. Cool. Wait. Aren't we just back here? Oh, I made it wrong again. Whoopsies. Now I will get it. And through the hole. Through the next hole. Through here. Take the light. Go here. And then the first door. This one? No, that just leads back. Didn't it say the very first door? Oh, I'm so lost here. Okay, let me try from the very, very beginning what it says. Let's go back to... Oh no. Oh no! I'm in the wall. I think it does say to actually go to that one, but I can't make it. There's no way I can. Okay, we can do this. I know we can. It's not that hard. It's just walking. It said, take this, go through here. Inspect the green light. Enter the unboarded room. Wait until the light effect is gone. Enter the hole. Enter the next hole. Well, I didn't lie in the title at least. That my head is big, but I'm still stupid. Okay. Enter the hole on the other side. Inspect the green lights. Enter the unboarded room. Head all the way to the left and inspect the painting. Why is this complicated? I don't get it. Okay. Some people have trouble with this too. Hole Explorer. Yes, that's me. I'm not very good at it. Apparently. Okay. Go right. After that, go left. What do you mean go right and then left? Can I go this right? No. And then left. I can't make it! I want to give up. I want help. This is when I want someone to pass the well, I don't have a controller, but pass the controller too. Just help me. Let's go back to the other drug. It says you switch the drug on. Then you go right. And after that you go left. I can't go right. They can't say go right and then you can't go right. See, I can't go. Oh, I'm getting frustrated. Can I just watch a video of someone doing it? Is that too much cheating? Is it? Am I a cheater? I don't care. Because otherwise we're gonna be here all night trying to run in a hallway. Okay. Let's see. Google it. Hallway drugs. Ugh, I have to scroll all the way down. Now the sound is gone. So What? Turn left and go through the painting. There's a painting I can go through? Wait, let's go back then. Ooh, wrong way. Ah! Ah! So this painting, I can go through it? Let's try that. Okay, let's go. Can I? No? There's a block there. Why are all the guides like, do this and do this, and then you can't do it? I want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore. Why do I have to be so stupid when it comes to this? It's so annoying. Okay, now I'm putting you here. Little guide. Okay, we're going back. We can do this. I'm a strong, independent woman and I can go through holes. Okay, now I read this. Clearly. Crawl through the hole. Crawl through another hole. I'm here. Smell some more green smoke. Then quickly head left through the boarded door. Still moving quickly, examine the painting to the left and break off a blue piece. I have done that before. Once the drug have worn off, back through the hole to the right. I'm here. Smell the smoke and quickly go through the door to the left. The door to the far left. What? The door to the left, the door to the far left, the door to the right, and another door to the right. You will not. Left. Left. Right. Right. Okay. Left. I'm fast. I'm fast. I'm fast. Left. Right. Right. We made it. Such pros. Nothing but dusty old books. Holy shit, I totally figured this out myself. I am a pro gamer. I've practiced all my life. I have not. And I'm so good. Okay. Left, left, right, right. To the right and to the left. There was a woman. Now we're here. To the left, to the right. Blah, blah, blah. Oh no! No, I missed the part. I missed the part. Now I gotta do it all over again. But that's fine because we get to have some quality time together. And we wait for the drugs to wear off. Because you don't want to be on drugs when you climb through holes. Left. Left. Right. Oh. No. If anyone is writing in chat, I cannot see right now. No one is writing in chat, so that's fine. That's fine. I'm alone in this endeavor. Look at my spiral eyes. So when you're high, your eyes get spirally. Okay. Left. Left. Right. Right. We did it! We're back here. They can't just... Oh, okay, they can. So. Smell the smoke and go to the right. Then the left. Then the right. Left and right. No, 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 no. Right and left and right. Right and left. This is how we make it to the painting. After like half an hour of trying. Whoa. It's almost like a piece of this painting would be highlighted red. I wonder if it comes off. Huh, look at that. Now it wears off. Return to the apartment. Now we go to the painting. Here. I'm positive this piece will fit here. Oh, it did. Cool. It moved. Whoa, he's so high. Game saved. This game is not for people under 18. Maybe I should have written that. But how would I know? How would I know? Finally, I found you. You're here for the party. Oh, sorry. My name is Price. I work for the... Oh yeah, you're here to take over my home. Well, I'm here to make sure everything goes smoothly, so to speak. I can't guarantee that. Why? I'm pretty fucking upset. Again, why? Yeah, I wonder why, Price. Why would he be upset when we're gonna take us home? See, I wanted to have an amazing farewell party. A night to remember. And why didn't you? That lousy band refused to play. I mean, we had an agreement, but they decided not to honor it. I see. But you look like a guy that knows his way around. Maybe you could convince them to play. Maybe I could, but why would I? Because I will trash this place for good if I don't get my party. We have insurance for that. Sure, but think about all the paperwork. Arm wrestling with an insurance company sounds sweet. Okay, you made your points. If I get the band to play here, you promise to behave? Of course. I'm a man of my word. Alright, so where could I find them? Luckily for you, they lived the next door. The door near the window in the hallway. I'll see what I can do. Okay. Why can I not talk to this, Elvis Presley guy? Oh, I can. Hey man, why this sad face? You were supposed to party, man. I want to dance. Okay. He wants... Aw, no more drugs. What the hell? I'm here to make a phone call. Wonderful. That would be $4, sir. Oh, I don't have any money with me. No phone calls then. I'm sorry, sir. What the hell was that? That was some wacky little thing. Okay, I guess we take the drugs the other way. Can we go through here? No? Here. We're back here. Okay, we need money. We need money for the phone call. We need money for the slot machine. We can get money, but how do we get money? Oh no, do we have... Do we have to do it all over again? No. Please, no. This is torture! Well... Ooh, we really fucked up that painting. The surprise, I'm looking for a local band. Is this the right address? Yeah, come in please. Oh, look at them. Hey, I have a television just like this. They're playing very quietly. Evening. Evening. I want you guys to play at a party. Interested? Absolutely. Just tell us when and where. Next door. Now. Oh. So he sent you. Yeah, I was pretty upset that you refused to play. Oh yeah? Good. We have a perfectly good reason though. He agreed to pay us before the gig. But now he says he will pay half now and the other half later. Like he would. Everyone here knows that he will be evicted any day soon. Ah, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here for. I'm supposed to ensure everything goes peacefully. He's threatening to destroy the apartment unless he gets his party. That's mature. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want to play either if I were you. He didn't actually strike me like a trustworthy guy. But could you consider playing? Unless he pays us in full? No. Fair enough. Let me think of something. They just let me walk through their apartments. I don't usually search trash cans, but it looks as if there's something interesting. Huh? $5 bill? I'm not a thief, but since it wasn't a trash can... We have money for the phone call! Or maybe we can pay the band? Do you think they would take $5? I should ask them about the money, but I have a feeling I will need this. Yeah, I don't think they will play at a party for $5. That would be pretty stupid. I guess we have to go back then. No, we can do the slot machine maybe. Yeah, let's try the slot machine. Why doesn't it work when I go that way? There's only a slot for coins. For 8 coins? I wasn't wrong before when I said that the grammar in this game wasn't great. Let's go and make that phone call. Wait, I can go that way. Oh yeah, okay, it was that easy. Whoa! Oh, look at the sign. It's the sign of the company. McDade, Bruton, and more. No, I don't want to use the money on him. Dot dot dot. Okay. Isn't that our building across the street? Huh. That gave me an idea. Maybe I could promise the band some high quality elite gigs. I need to check with the bosses though. I think I should call them. And it just happened to be so that the number is right there. Okay, I think I got it. I need to find a telephone. I know where there's a telephone. But for that, I need some drugs. Can only call on drugs. Dun. Through this door. And then... No, that was the wrong one. That was home. No, not home. This is not home. Why did I think that this was home? Through this door? Why is blocked with mushrooms? Which way was it? Was it to the right? Yeah, it was. Oh my god, it's so loud. We have to make a phone call. Wonderful. That would be $4, sir. Oh. I don't know. You have money with you. Here we go. Thank you, sir. Just cite me the number and I shall dial it for you, sir. Here you go. Thank you, sir. I will dial the number now. Oh my god, it's so loud. It hurt my ears. Mr. McDade, Britain and Moore's office. Mrs. McCoon speaking. How can I be of your assistance? Hey, Jenny, this is Price calling. Could you please connect the call to one of the big guys? Of course, Mr. Price. 1 second. Soon! It's good to talk to you. How goes the job? Hey, Britain, how goes it? Listen, there's this local band. You think I could hire them? A band? Well, can they play a real music? What kind of music is that? Real music, not some hipster shit. Any specific genre in your mind? Blues. They can play blues, then hire them. Alright, thank you, Britain. Okay, I'm finished. Thank you, Mr. Telephone Man. You got a coin. Don't forget the change, sir. Oh yeah, thanks. Oh my god, my ears. Oh my god. It hurts. It hurts so bad. I think I need to actually get, like, either better lights in here, or a different program for my rigging. Okay, I'm trying to set up a lamp here now. Let's see if that will work. If I will move a bit better and not get stuck. Okay, let's go back. Let's go talk to him. Hello, Mr. High Guy. This is enough to pay the band in full. What? Never mind. A coin. I have nothing to say. Yes, you do. Oh no. We're gonna talk to the band, not the high guy. Right. Why did I try to sprint? Okay, we need to go back. Oh, we're walking so slowly now. Now we can play here. I'd love to play it, but it's not operating. Aww. Aww. It's too bad. Let's go to the band and see what they have to say. I have an offer for you. I'm working for this very classy company. We're having some awesome parties every now and then. We're definitely interested. So, if you agree to play now, I will give your number to my bosses. But there's a small catch. They asked if you guys can play some blues. Blues, eh? Yes, I believe I've heard about the genre. if you hadn't heard about the genre blues as a musician or as like a human being, I would be very, very concerned. Oh, you can't play blues? Maybe if we had some notes. Thank you. I mean, you would be furious if someone hadn't heard of blues, wouldn't you? Oh, we've already been here. Wait, what were we doing now? Getting some notes. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's television. Didn't we have some notes? Perplexed, yes. Music slots. Now we can play. No? Doesn't seem to work. Now I'm a little perplexed. Such a fancy word. We have like a quest log? No, we're gonna get some notes. Blues notes from them. Can we get that from the guy? The high guy? Oh no, 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 I know. Of course, of course. We need to use it on the slot machine when we're high. Come on, jackpot. Look at that. I won. A blues book? What kind of machine is this? Hell yeah! Achievement unlocked. Jackpot. I'm sorry that you can't see the achievements. It's so satisfying. The band. I've come across this blues book. Do you want to give it a go? Yes. Well, yeah, I believe I got it. That was awesome! Okay, guys. Let's get the party started. And I'll promise you some high quality gigs. Whoa! Achievement unlocked. The third Distraint. What a party! Everyone is high. This is not creepy at all. Wow, what a gig. I want to go to a party. A gramophone. Door? Oh, Miss Goodwin! What is 100% normal? The party? Oh, Mrs. Goodwin, and welcome back, Nightmare. Is Glitter done with her stream? All the changes you asked for has been made. Thank you, Mr. Brayden. See, I got myself a bunny to keep me company. Mrs. Chanel is her name. Well, I've become very attached to her, and I think she will outlive me. See, that rabbit's dynamite. I understand, Mrs. Goodwin. Animals can bring a great comfort to their owners. Now she's still going. Her OBS crashed on her. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. Well, great that she fixed it. Oh, thank you. It's going good. We had a moment of weakness where I didn't know what to do, but I overcame it with the help of the Googles. So that was great. You're right, Mr. Brayden. Don't worry, Mrs. Goodwin. The stipulation in your will shall ensure Mrs. Chanel goes to a good home, should the need ever arise. That's the only thing I ask. It's very... I'm sorry, time's up. That would be $500, Mrs. Goodwin. Aww. Oh, of course, Mr. Brayden. What the hell? Huh? What the hell is that sound? It sounds like a slime. Oh my god. Spazzing out. Kitchen. Oh, it's gone? No, it's this way. Can I save? No? What the hell is this? Oh shit! That actually made me jump. You are right, dear. How silly that day was. Oh, look, dear, it's our little boy. I can see that, hun. Mom? Dad? What is this? Oh. I hope we didn't wake you up, dear. You did. What the... We wanted to surprise you, me and your mother, by preparing you a breakfast. Okay, I think. This is not really happening. You're nothing but my subconscious mind. That is correct, son. We are part of you. But what's the meaning of this? Can't you see, son? This is not the work for you. But you already know this, don't you? We thought to make sure you would understand. By feeding you the guilt, your elephant. I'm sorry, son. I know it's a bit extreme. But we are only... Stop it! Now! Oh my gosh, some parts of this... Yeah, that's a real party. Some parts of this game are so loud. Like, I have to scream over myself because I can't hear what I'm saying. Jesus Christ. Oh shit. I'm losing my mind. It was supposed to be my day off. Might just as well try and relax. I need coffee. Okay. The coffee is brewing. I really need to calm down now. I'm so worked up at the moment. You know what you should do? You should go to the bathroom. Yeah, but it has been 3 days now. Save. Oh? A letter? Huh? What's this? Oh yeah, I subscribe to the daily paper. This is good. Just what I need. I'll enjoy a cup of coffee while reading the headlines. The coffee should be ready by now. Newspaper and coffee makes a good combination, but only if you don't mix them. Yeah, true. Yes, please. Alright, I'll head to the table. Like a proper adult. It's chilly in here. Warm coffee. Huh, interesting. They're going to increase taxes on food. What else? The construction on the new highway has started. I believe it crossed the old property of Mr. Taylor. I wonder how he's doing. What's this? New species has been found. That's cool. I wonder what the next page hides. Oh, it's the page for obituaries. Too many names and ages here. Is Mrs. Goodwin gonna be there? Nancy P. Goodwin. Aww. No. No, no, no. It's your fault. You did this. I lost it. The weight of the world came crashing down on me. It twisted my soul like nothing before. At that very moment, I made a decision. I would quit my job. But before that, I would have to visit her grave. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Such a beautiful game. I didn't think that I would like it, since I thought the character designs were pretty weird. But the rest of it, like, it's gorgeous. Thick chain and a huge lock. I need a key. Oh, whoops. Maybe I shouldn't have gone through. I should have gone through this one. Well, how would I know? Aren't cemeteries like an amazing place to be? So calm, so peaceful. I'm here to visit Mrs. Goodwin's grave. Oh, damn. That guy has a very large head. Good evening. Nice hole you got there. Thanks. I need to get to the other side. Didn't you read the notice? We're closed, so to speak. Come back later. Can I just... No. Hey. There's something fishy going on around the gate. Someone's trying to break in. I'm not falling for that. Now get lost and let me work. Ah, damn it. But... First I thought we were like carrying something. His pants kind of looked like we were carrying a cage. And I thought he was carrying the bunny with him. But no. That was not the case. It's blocked. I'll screw it. Oh, we can go in. Wow, this house looks... Wow. That guy's scary. I really shouldn't poke through this stuff, but I need to visit Mrs. Goodwin. Here goes nothing. Found the cemetery key. Huh? This will come in handy. Sure will. Door's all swollen and twisted. Can't get it open. Ew. A swollen door. It sounds disgusting. Let's go through the other gate. Oh yeah. Oh, whoops. Wrong key. Wrong key. Perfect match. I unlocked the gate. Though the key bent. It's now unusable. I'm so gonna leave a review for this. I usually don't leave reviews. Or I have actually on the games that I've been recording for my YouTube channel. But I usually don't leave reviews, but this is just too nice. No, I will not! Not funny. You are not funny. F off. I don't want your fake followers. Can someone block this guy? If someone's here. Oh, there's someone here. Ahem. Eee! Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. But, wait a second. I know you. In the nursing home. What on earth are you doing? I'm here to visit my husband. But they closed the cemetery. Ha! They think they will stop me? Never. But madam, you can't go breaking into cemeteries like that. Thank you. Would you calm down? Give me the crowbar, please. No. I'm not going anywhere until I've seen my husband. Do I really have to tell the gravedigger what you're up to? Because I don't want to. The guy gives me the creeps. I suppose. Here. I'll just wait until it's dawn then. Thank you, madam. First time I banned someone, or some bot. Yeah. First time someone had to be banned here. 2 on the same night. I mean, they do count as viewers, so it's fine, I guess. Wait. Cemetery part 2. Okay. Look at. Listen to the music. It's lovely. Wait, where are we? I'm a bit lost here. Lost in a cemetery. When I played Pokemon Go, there were some gyms in the cemetery, and I used to walk around there at night when it was pitch black, and it was just so amazing. You could see the stars way better from there, and it's so peaceful and so calm. Cemetery part 1. Where the fuck are we? Oh wait, maybe. I'm confused. I was talking too much, so I didn't really realize where we were going. Wasn't this where... Cemetery part 4? Yeah, this is where the guy was. Maybe we can use the crowbar in here. Can we? Maybe I could pry the door open with this crowbar. Open now. Worked! Oh, this just leads back. Crowbar. I can't use the crowbar here. Oh, what's that? A plank. Well, can we use the plank like on the over the grave? Save. I don't think he needs this. Look, I got this crowbar off from the intruder. It proves I'm not lying. Intruder? Not on my watch. Ah! I wonder if the plank is long enough. It is! Wonderful. We go in here? There's no way I'll get past the huge rock. Achievement. The light. And there I was, standing in the rain. There was something in that moment, as if I would have felt her presence. It's hard to describe. I know you don't blame me for anything, but I'm sorry. From the little I got to know you, you deserved better. Your passing was a wake-up call for me. I've decided to quit. Wherever you may be, I hope you're okay. I'm sure you are. Oh, before I forget, I brought you something. It's not much, but... Oh. May it light your path in the afterlife. Rest in peace, Mrs. Goodwin. I mustered up the courage. It would end now. I couldn't live like this. And so I went to see my bosses. I went to resign. Maybe that's the boss room. It's a water machine. There's still some water in it. It's the final boss. Yes. Oh, here they are. Who is this lady? Hey Jenny, how goes it? Nice to see you, Mr. Price. Have you seen the big guys? No? I don't know where they are. Stop interrogating me. Calm down, Jenny. Sheesh. Sorry. Any messages for me? No, I'm afraid not. Okay, well, let me know if you find out where the bosses are. Sure thing, Mr. Price. What's in here? A vault? Coffee room. Huh, it's open. Found a salt shaker. Okay, what am I supposed to do with this? I do not know. Shut tight. Same. I don't want to drink coffee now. There was another door. Can I interact with this? It's water machines, yeah. I'm tempted, but I don't like public toilets. You held it in for like 5 days now. Okay, let's go to the boss floor. Burton. I did, and... Price. And more. They made it one for me. Nothing interesting here. Let's go from the first one. No, let's interact with this. Hey! Don't touch my phone, okay? Sorry. Let's go to Burton. It's not ringing. And there's no one here. What about this guy? Not ringing here either. And it's empty. Can we guess that the last one is gonna be empty too? And that it's not ringing. Yep. He doesn't have a desk though. Okay. Use the salt on him. Okay, don't touch his phone. Alright, seems like an odd item to get, a salt shaker. I give it to Jenny. I doubt she needs salt. Same. Can I add it to the water? There's no opening in the bottle. Can't use salt here. Can I use it in the coffee? A little salt for the flavor. Done. It's too salty. Ew. It is still shut and empty. Ew. I mean, coffee is disgusting as it is, but with salt? Ugh. Hey Jenny, there's something wrong with coffee. What's that? It tastes funny. Salty even. I'm tired of these pranks. Fine, fine. I'll take a look. Thank you, Jenny. Hell yeah. Okay, what's this? I think this is what Jenny connects the phone calls with. I'll insert the cord into the blue plug. Done. Okay, what now? Yeah, what now? Oh yeah, maybe there is something will ring down here. No? Nope. And no. Wait, the offices are color-coded, right? So this is a green. And this one was red. So this should be blue. No, yeah, this is blue. Holy shit! Oh, I'm him. Speaking. Mr. Taylor is waiting on the line. Can I connect the call? What? Again? Ah, please do. Bruton? Hello, Bruton. This is Taylor speaking. How do you do, Mr. Taylor? Listen, I understand the city is going to build a highway. I've come to accept that. What? You have? Yeah, but I think it would be only fair if my cabin was moved elsewhere. I mean, you only need my site, not my actual home. I can make the Stop it. It's too late and too expensive for any of that. I can pay some of the expense. Not going to happen. I will send our new kid over there tomorrow. Oh my god, what I'm spazzing out. Maybe the light is not good. Who cares? It's gonna make a fun way to watch person spazzing out. He'll make sure you sign the papers. But goodbye now, Mr. Taylor. What an asshole! Huh? I never realized he was so rude. Yeah, he is. Oh, shh! Oh my god! Oh, the jump scares now. Okay, let's plug it in differently. Jenny's here again. Have we seen the bosses now? No. I don't know where they are. Okay. Do we need to pull some other prank? Or can we just go into... No, I doubt it. Oh, the second one is open. Cool. Hey, it's my coffee mug. Found a mug. Can I use it on the coffee? Bet it's not salty anymore. It's hard to say no for the coffee, but maybe later. What do we use it for then? For the water machine? Or water coolers or water machines. Don't mind if I do. Common where the rest of you live, not the Swedes. Because I don't think I've ever seen one in real life. Or no, I have. I actually have. At the doctor's, they have one, and the water is ice cold. Has it gotten any less strange? Clear stream is over, so bounce back here. No, it's still strange. We're pulling pranks now. We've got some jump scares. And we're probably gonna get a jump scare very, very soon. I found my coffee mug. I didn't know it was lost. Me neither. Can I give it to her? What do I do with the coffee mug? I have water in it. Maybe I can give it to the worker? What color would I be? Here. I'll let you borrow my mug. I already got a mug. Thank you, though. Oh, that sounds lovely. No. Okay. So we have green and blue and red. So I would probably be yellow. Oh, are you joking? I couldn't get that you were joking at all. Really. Wait, what was in the first room again? I don't remember. Speaking of, I'm not drinking from the toilet. In this type of game, how could it not be a possibility? Yeah, true, true. Do you like horror games, Nightmare? Or horror overall? Okay, hang on. I only have a mug. That's all I have. Okay, we already said this. And we already said the mug thing. Let's try and go into their offices and see what we can do. Mug on the telephone? No. No, it's not ringing. We need to reconnect. We need Jenny away. Away with you. Huh. Wait, I know there's not gonna be anything in here, but let's check it away. Yeah, I haven't played many horror games, to be honest. I love horror, but I wanted to. I've always been such a pussy when it came to horror games, so I was like, okay, and now I'm gonna stream. So why the hell not do horror games then in my streams? But I've picked these like easy ones where you don't have to run away from things. And there are some jump scares in here, but it's not like over the top. And I've played a few games now. The last one I played was The Witch's House, and that one had jump scares as well. But I thought they just fit into the game. They did it in a good way, and not just like scare you, but actually fit in. And this one is great. I think there have been like 3 jump scares so far, and I've been playing for 3 hours. So 1 per hour is pretty good. It's been more like when it's been scary things. Okay, I don't know what to do right now. Yeah, they just fit in. And the game overall is like beautiful and really good. I missed an achievement actually. That's not good. Oh. Okay. I would not have figured this out myself. Maybe one more glass or mug. Water is healthy. A little more. Must drink more. I'm gonna burst. Oops. I think I drank it all. It's been so long since I experienced Japanese horror. I used to love Japanese horror movies when I was younger. I kind of fell out of it. Hey Jenny, I'm sorry to bother you again. What is it this time? There's no water in the water machine. And I'm thirsty. What? How? I just changed the bottle today. I don't know. Okay, I'm going. Damn, did we drink a whole bottle? Just play Elden Ring. Existential horror. I can't play those games. I think we've talked about this before, Mark. That I don't have the patience for them. Like, if I die too many times, I just give up. I can't. I will get so angry. Out of spite? What do you mean? Okay, the cord is currently in the blue plug. I'll insert it into the red plug. Done. Friend told me I couldn't. Oh, of course. That sounds like you. That sounds like you. Okay, get ready for a jump scare now. I was ready for it, but still I got scared. Yeah? Mr. Jones is waiting on the line. Alright, connect him. This is McDade speaking. Hey man, this is J-Bomb. I haven't found a new apartment yet. Could you postpone the why is that so hard to say? Expropriation? Just a few weeks so I can find somewhere to stay. Anything else? Do you want me to look for you? Want me to hold your hand and walk you across the fucking street? Stop calling here. I'll send someone there tomorrow to take care of things. But dude, farewell. Ha! Funny guy. I wasn't really fond of that guy either. But that was just unnecessarily cruel. It was. Okay, let's get the last room. The green one. I bet you know. No. Whoops. We're gonna go to the kitchen. Coffee room. And the last one is open. What are we gonna do with that? And what's it gonna be? It's a rag. What do we do with the rag? Not dusty and thus requires zero cleaning. Do we need to clean something with it? I mean, there's a bathroom. Okay, not dusty. Can we soak it? Ugh. Ugh. Hopefully this won't clog the toilet. Whoops. We're such a rebel. Jenny, the toilet is clogged. Could you go and take a look, please? What am I, a plumber? You know we hired a janitor a little while back. I'll just call him. No, don't do it. I was going to talk to him anyway. So I might just as well tell him about the toilet. That's nice of you. But we need to replug. I like how his little hat just bounces. Hey, what are you doing? Installing a nameplate for you, Mr. Price. Huh. But what about the toilet? Thought I was gonna... Ding. Where's... That was the janitor. Can't use it now, it's out of order. Yeah, I know. What is with that room though? Like the coffee room. They have vaults. One with a salt shaker, one with a coffee mug, and one with a rag. Why? That is odd. Did you talk to janitor? I'm on it. I tried. He didn't want to talk to me. This is janitor, right? But nothing. Oh, hey! Don't touch my phone, okay? Sorry. What? No, we don't have the green line. Isn't that janitor? Who else would it be? Huh? Okay. What? Why? How? It's weird. Get the rag. Turn to the office. I'm sorry, I'm cheating again. No, why would I go in here? Yeah, I have to go to the hallway. Oh, whoa. What is that thing? Hmm? Oh, okay. Turn the phone off. Rude. Maybe he will get something important. Wow. So I thought I saw the janitor earlier, but now I can't find him anywhere. Maybe you should call him after all? Okay, 1 second. The number cannot be connected. I think his phone is shut off. What a bummer. We really need to get the toilet working again. Ugh. Okay, I'll go. Thank you, Jenny. You're awesome. I know. Oh my god. Let's go. From red to green. All set. Let's go to the last telephone call. Oh, this is gonna be with Mrs. Goodwin. Poor lady. I'm prepared. I'm prepared. Jesus Christ. What's up, Jenny? Mrs. Goodwin is waiting on the line. Should I connect her? Please do. Moore? Hi, Mr. Moore. This is Goodwin. How do you do, Mrs. Goodwin? Not too well, to be honest. My pension is too much, and all the meds are awfully expensive. Maybe you should have worked harder, or eat healthier. Your debt is only your own doing. Jesus Christ. That's not fair, Mr. Moore. You know my husband passed away, and all the bureaucracy and confusing laws. Well, I just don't think it is fair that I need to pay the inheritance tax. Well, you should have done the proper paperwork. There are laws, and you must honor them. I suppose, Mr. Moore, I suppose. Well, the reason I'm calling is that I'm asking you a little more time. I've been arranging my things and— No! The law does not compromise. There's nothing I can do. Surely there— Goodbye! What an old hag. Oh, Jesus. Oh, she's a ghost. What is this? Whoa. Can I not interact with it? It's a light. Go and show them, dear. Oh, that's his mother. The moment of truth, son. Is that the wrong way? Oh, look at her. She was such a darling. Oh, we're running. What's happening? Something's opening? It's the doors. Whoa. I entered through the door. It was as black as night and as quiet as a grave. Only the pulse of my heart broke the silence. One more step. And the lights came alive with a shout. Surprise! The band started playing. Balloons floated to the ceiling. They were all there. My bosses, Jenny, and my colleagues. It took a moment for me to figure what was going on. I had proved myself. The party was for me, for my partnership. I took a long breath and swallowed. I prepared myself to shout my resignation out loud. Then something happened. Purple, silky cloth revealed its secret. Oh, a new sign with my name on it. Greed reared its ugly head, and my backbone snapped like a dry stick. Oh. But did you get your partnership? What happened next? Yeah, I got my partnership. Well, I suppressed my feelings, my guilt. I kept working for a few years. You sure you don't want a swig? No thanks, sir. I'm on duty. I hope you don't mind if I do. Not at all, sir. I lied to myself. It's all okay, I said to myself. I just kept blowing into the balloon, you know? It only stretches so far. My mind broke. I started slipping. Heck, it may only have, damn. It may have even been deliberate. Not long after that, I was fired. And the standard of living I was used to, I ran into debt. Big time. I lost everything. I feel pretty horrible for taking over your property now. Listen, kid. The reason I told you my story. Please say no more, sir. You really remind me of when I was younger. I'll admit, your story really puzzles me. It will give my career a second thought for sure. This probably was the first good deed I've done in my whole life. Please think it through so you won't end like I did. I will. But... oh gosh, I hate doing this. You will have to move out by the end of this month. I know the drill, kid. Take care now. I really hope he listened to my story. I think this is it. The bottle is empty. No more whiskey for me. It's not a gas oven. I can't kill myself with it. What? He wants to kill himself? Don't. Can I go in here? The bathroom? I spent my last coin to buy this shotgun. No! Guess it's time to use it. No, it's not. No. There must be a better way to end your life. Yeah, by living it. I'll end my ambitious life in this humble chair. No, you won't. I don't want to. Depressing. To write a suicide note. What do I have to say? What comes around goes around. Fuck it. Damn. Damn. So in the beginning, we found a corpse. A guy who had shot himself in the head. And this was the note. That'll have to do. Jesus Christ. Why do I only come across suicide games? This is horrible. I don't want to. Do I have to? I guess I do. I don't wanna. It was right here, wasn't it? Can I not? Is there an option to not? My first note is perfectly fine. Oh my god, I don't wanna. There's no point in hiding it. Come on. I have a note written. I need something to finish the deed. I don't like this. No, I'll just keep this note to myself. Why do we have to? Flush it down. Toilet paper is the only kind of paper that goes down a toilet. Well, Here we go. Here we go. Don't, please. No. What? Are we back in the beginning now? I feel bad for him. I hope he will be fine. Come on, elevator. Just want to get away from here. Jesus Christ! Jesse, my dude. Okay, that game was so good. Like, really, really good. I liked it a lot. Oh, Mrs. Goodwin. Can I move? I can. Oh, I moved the text. That's cool. Thank you for playing. It took quite a few cups of coffee to make this game. I had a lot of fun though. As of writing this in 2017, the sequel is in works. Oh yeah, I actually do have the sequel. I didn't think I would like it as much as to play the sequel. And I did have a plan on what to play next week, but I might actually play the sequel next week. So was it only one person who made this game? It seems like it. That's very impressive. As I said during the game, the arts and the aesthetics of it, I'm just blown away. I thought it was so beautiful. I don't know what I think about the huge heads. It's a very, very strange but unique choice. But it fits so well in with everything. And the lighting, oh my god. The way he used the lighting and the atmosphere, it was so good. And the sound design as well, incredible. And the story was amazing, and the way that it came around in the end. So good, so good. I'm sad that there weren't more endings though, but I guess it wouldn't come around then. But so nice, so nice. And I've played for 3.5 hours. That's my longest stream yet. Okay, but yeah, I might play. Do I do that? Yeah, actually. If you want to try and find a VTuber who plays some sort of horror games and is small, or just a smaller VTuber, that would be great. So I will think about if I'm gonna play. Whoops! What did you do? Yeah, I'll see if I'm gonna play the sequel next week. I was planning on playing a game called World of Horror. I wanted to play that game for so long, but I never got around to it. I played a part of it, but then it didn't save, so I just gave up. But it looks like such a cool game, and I really want to play it on stream. So we'll see if I play the sequel or World of Horror next week. But in any case, I do have some horror games on my YouTube channel. It's listed below if you want to check that out when I don't stream. Otherwise, I will see you guys on Monday, and we're gonna raid someone. It's just the first time, so my dear friend is trying to help me with it. Let's see if it works. Are you searching for a VTuber? I think it's easier if you search for a VTuber. Oh, whoops. VTuber and horror, yes. Can you search for two tags at the same time? I tried that, but it didn't really work. Nope. Yeah, I thought so. I have to actually see if I can make the model work better, because it's not registering my my movements at all. But I hope that you guys have liked the game and have enjoyed watching me play it. I really enjoyed it. It's really fun. And it's so much more fun playing it with others than playing it myself, in my opinion. I like to talk to myself when I play. So that's pretty cool. V-horror and tuber. Are you finding anything? You're really trying. Nightmare, are you still here? Because I know that Nightmare knows how to do it. Only Elden Ring. Yeah, everyone is playing that game, so I'm not surprised. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's better to raid someone. It's pretty horror-y. Yeah, kinda. Well, yeah, sure, go ahead. Just find someone who is a bit smaller. Are people playing that? You have one viewer. Yeah, okay, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. Alright. Send them over. Send us over. I don't know, will I be... It didn't work, did it? I think there's a timer on it. Wait, let me see here. No, it's gonna be very, very silent, but nothing I can do about that. Let's type the command. Okay. Let me try and do it. What was the name of the person? PC, okay. Raid. PC. And pen. Yeah, okay, it will work now. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!